Coast to coast.
Hey, it is Loveline. Oh, Christ, we're here again. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-840-4051. I'm Adam Carolla. That is not Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew is God knows where doing God knows what again. And if anyone thinks I know where he is, you are sorely, sorely mistaken. I'm always surprised when he's not here, to tell you the truth. But since tonight is Valentine's Day, and since this is Loveline, we thought we'd approach it from a little different angle tonight. We'll give you a little psychic advice. Lysa Mateu is our guest tonight. She's a psychic spirit medium. She's the author of Conversations with the Spirit World. And are there different kinds of psychics?
Yeah, there's different kinds of psychics. There's people who can connect with people on the other side, which is what I do. And there's also people who just do psychic readings, which is foretell the future, tell you what you're headed for based on where you're at right now.
I see. Now, can you do that as well?
I do that all.
So what is your strength?
My strength is connecting with people on the other side, people who've crossed over. And a lot of the information that comes through tells me what I need to know about the person who's right in front of me, like you, for instance.
How does that work?
The mechanics of it, I'm not sure. Things just come to me. Names come to me.
I understand that. But I mean, like, if you were talking to someone who was in my life who passed through to the other side, like my cat Norman, for instance, what would that tell you about me?
No, the cat wouldn't tell me anything about you. The cat would just tell me about the cat, and they wouldn't talk. They would just show me the cat.
I see.
The cat would show itself.
I understand. I think Norman's in hell, anyway. Do you talk to people in hell?
There is no hell.
Oh, no hell.
No, hell's here sometimes.
Oh, it's just Culver City?
Not Culver City on Earth. It depends what you want to make your life. But
oh, I see. Culver City and some of the outlying areas. I know there's parts of hell in the valley. Chatsworth, Reseda, places like that.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, North Hollywood, where I grew up. But you take people and you read them psychically, but you also read their life psychically by people that have come and gone in their life, parents, loved ones, past relationships, things like that.
And people that have crossed over, basically what we call it is died.
Right. That's how the laymen call it died.
Exactly.
So in your belief or your understanding, what happens when somebody dies?
My understanding is that they leave the body, like the moment of quote, impact, if they have an accident or if they die of cancer or just of old age, their spirit leaves the body. And the spirit is just like the oxygen in the air. You don't see it, but it exists. And it's the same thing. The spirit still exists, and it can communicate, just like through telepathy. If you've ever thought of someone and then they call you, you called them mentally. So the spirits speak to me, speak to actually everybody. People who've crossed over for you do speak to you, except you may not listen, or you may not know that it's happening.
Well, I didn't listen to a lot of them while they were here, so my feeling is why listen to them now that they're dead.
Exactly.
At least now I have an excuse. All right, so, and when did you discover you had this ability?
Well, when I was really young, I knew things. I used to predict a lot of stuff, but I didn't call it psychic. I just knew things that occurred. But it wasn't until a friend of mine actually killed himself that I sat down and I wrote Conversations with the Spirit World, which is 17 people who killed themselves, basically speaking through me. And I checked out all the names and details, and it turned out to be true. That was the first real connection.
Isn't it true you just killed this person so you could talk to them? Or did they actually kill themselves?
They killed themselves.
They killed themselves.
Yeah.
Well, it's very sad.
Yeah.
But now, are you a little bit crazy?
No. Are you?
You know, I know everyone says, well, everyone's a little bit crazy.
You're a lot.
No. I'm medium.
Okay.
Then there's crazy. I'm not crazy.
How do you know if you are, though?
I know. You know, like, I know that I'm tall. I know that my hair is brown. I know whether I'm sane or not. And I know there's certain things I may be a little out there on. But generally, I'm not what you'd call crazy. Pain in the ass half the time, but not what you'd call crazy.
You got it.
A lot of the psychic people you talk to, they're a little out there. And maybe, now you believe everyone has this ability to some degree or another.
Well, we all have an ability to connect with the people that we love on the other side, not necessarily other people, like a neighbor's father or something. I
see. And is it the kind of thing someone can practice? Can they get in touch with their psychic side?
I just created a tape called Building a Bridge to the Other Side, and that's what it's about. It's about learning. It's the signals. It's noticing. It's so fast that it's easy to miss when you get the instinct, when you hear a name, it sounds like I'm hearing it in my head, but it kind of like it's like someone's calling your name from a distance.
Now, let me ask you this. Do the people who have passed on to the other side, do they have some insight? For instance, don't get on that airplane or don't marry this person. Do they? And if so, why the hell do they know?
Well, it's not, they see it from, it's like if you're in an airplane, you can look down and you see a broader space than if you're just walking straight ahead. That's how it has come through to me, is that they can see more about what we're doing. They have an outside, they're more objective. When we're involved in our lives, we don't see a lot of stuff. So they come through with things. I've had warnings, I've had things that come to pass. I mean, that's not the purpose of what I do, because I think every person kind of wants to learn for themselves. You can tell them, don't do it. And, if they need to go there, they'll go there.
All right. So are you reading anything off of me as we sit here? You do.
You're easy to read.
Really?
Yes.
Now, why would I be easier than the average person?
Well, because you pretty much, some people try to hide. It's like this. It's like what you're about pretty much is like on your sleeve. You're easy to read. I mean, you're not really hidden. What you do is like a public thing. You're used to being out there. It's like your energy is more out there than someone who sits at home all day and doesn't talk to people.
I see. So you're getting a read off of me. Do you have anything coming to mind?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind with you, I was thinking about Valentine's Day and relationships with you, and kind of asking the spirit world about you and relationships, and they said, like a mess. And so...
Yeah, well, most people could cop to that.
Okay, but not at this particular point. There's a feeling of that leaving a trail behind you. Whether or not you've left a trail behind you, there's like a leaving a trail behind you. That's what's coming through. Okay.
Yeah. But I do see my problem with a lot of the psychic stuff is that when you talk to people in terms of, well, you're a creative person, but your job doesn't really give you that outlet right now.
Well, that's general.
Right. Everyone says yes. When you say you've had some relationships in the past, you've left a trail behind you.
Yeah, but
those are things that
that's
most
a messy
people...
trail.
Yeah,
not everybody does.
You take any guy who's in his mid-30s who's not married, and you can say safely the guy's probably had a little bit of a trail.
Yeah.
And that's easy. That's deductive reasoning.
Yes.
That's not necessarily glimpsing at his soul. That's more something I could figure out about a guy.
Okay.
You show me a guy who's 36, not married, and dresses poorly. I'm going to show you a guy who's got a trail. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm looking for specifics, and here's what I'm saying.
Tell me.
I generally don't believe in the whole psychic thing. I don't believe in the, moving on. I don't believe in, and I don't know if you believe in this, the reincarnation. The reason I don't believe in the reincarnation is because there wasn't that many goddamn princes back then. Everyone was some form of royalty. No one shoveled crap. 200 years ago. They all were something noble, except for they're doing something crappy now. I never buy into that because the math doesn't work out for me. It doesn't seem like there's good enough gigs back there for everyone to be a nobleman or a knight or a maiden or whatever the hell, a great poet, whatever they claim to be. It all sounds like sort of narcissism to me. But, and I lost my train of thought. Thanks. I shouldn't have drank tonight before I got to the studio. But what I'm saying is like, to me, you die, you're dead. I believe it's more the ego that doesn't want to let us go. And when I'm talking about my skepticism with psychics, I want to know why you guys can't pick a Super Bowl.
It's not that people can't. You see, this is the thing. And
yeah, no, they can't.
Well, then they haven't.
They don't. That's
okay,
what I
so
mean.
the next Super Bowl, I'll pick a Super Bowl if you want me to pick a Super Bowl.
If you're going to predict an earthquake, 4 years from now, why not just pick the Super Bowl for me and make me some money?
Right, but you're talking about psychics in general, not about me. So next year, you want me to predict the Super Bowl? I'll do that for you.
I'm saying if you could go to the track and pick the winner of a race, you wouldn't be sitting here.
And is that the purpose of psychic stuff? You think that's what the spirit world wants us to come and do, pick the track?
No, that's something you'd do on weekends so you wouldn't have to sit here in front of me.
No, but this is my love. I mean, I love doing this. And what you're saying about, there's two different things. There's a psychic and then there's mediums. And basically, it's when you bring through people, I don't know if you listen to my demo tape, but if you bring through people that crossed over and you tell people names and you tell people details and you tell people things that there's no logical way of knowing.
Right.
You could say, well, how does she get that? I mean, I'm not here to prove it to you. It's just the experience of having a quote, reading. And there are a lot of psychics that are full of, you know?
Yeah.
There's a ton. And it kind of ruins, I hate the word psychic because of that.
But what about...
Because it's so hokey.
What about, the thing that always makes me skeptical is this sort of very general nature of the information a lot of times.
A lot of times it is, but not...
Why is the communication so broken up?
It's not so broken up. It's like, for example, from the spirit world, you get sounds. It's like imagine from where they're communicating. It's like a really long distance call. So if they'll say a name to me, like a J.A., the two initials J.A.
Why don't they just give you the whole name?
They do give me the whole name. Yesterday on the radio, this guy, I said, "Who's Jim?" "Jim's coming through. He's your dad." The guy's like, "Yeah, he's my dad." And I told him how he crossed over, and I told him when he did, and I told him details that...
All right. Well, you may be different. We'll find out tonight. I'm just saying, in general, people are piecing together something. When I hear these guys, some of these more famous guys, what's the guy's name? Is his name Prague?
James von Prague, yeah.
He's got a show coming out or something like that. He's fishing. He always looks like he's fishing. It always looks like he's doing a card trick to me. Meaning, my grandfather, who's someone who's passed away, you can find him later. He's probably talking to you now. Tell him to quiet down. I'm doing the talking. My grandfather used to do this thing where he'd say, hide your keys in the room somewhere, and he will lead you to the keys. And what he would do is he would hold your hand, and he would walk you around the room. And he could feel, and if something he had to train at, and something he had to be skilled at, just like a magician or someone who did sleight of hand, he could tell by your little motions and your body language and your gestures where the keys were, and he would magically find them. But it was you who led them based on him doing a sort of hunt and peck sort of feel.
Absolutely.
And when I see these other people, not you, of course, but these other people do this, it always seems like they're on some sort of expedition. They're fishing. And my thing is like, don't give me the J, don't give me the A. Give me the guy's goddamn name. Either you're talking to him or you're not.
Right, but see, this is the thing. It's just like in life. Some people communicate better than others. So if your grandfather wasn't a great communicator, he's not going to be one on the other side either. And that's
why? What do you mean?
Well, because if they don't communicate well, I get people with different languages. What are they supposed to speak English all of a sudden?
Well, that's my point, though. Either I speak Japanese or I don't. If I don't speak Japanese, I don't understand anything that's going on. But if I do speak Japanese, I do understand. Not bits and pieces or little J's and A's.
Right, but you see, this is the thing. The logical mind doesn't understand that. You're talking about me talking to people who are no longer in a body. So until we're no longer in a body, I really can't judge. If they give me a piece and they give me more details, and I'm very specific when it comes to details because I hate as well as you just said, I hate the general.
All right. Well, we'll put you to the test tonight.
You do that.
All right. All right. We'll plug your book, too, for me bugging you. Now, let me see. So the deal is, everybody, we don't obviously have Dr. Drew here tonight. We don't have an MD. We just have me and a medium. So you're really up ass creek without a paddle. But we'll see if we can pile through some of these calls. And if some people have calls about, you can do this via the phone, right?
Yes, I do.
Some people who've had loved ones pass on. Maybe we can get some insight to that. All right. Let's just start at the top here. Sandy?
Yes.
You're 21?
Yes.
What's up?
I'm married, and I think my husband's trying to control me.
I see.
Trying to mold me into what he wants me to be.
Yeah.
And he does little things. He's over-controlling, and he's not here at the moment. He's overseas, and I want to break it off with him. But I want to know if it's just me being paranoid, scared, or being stupid, or if it's really him that's trying to do something.
What's he doing? What's he doing overseas in the military?
Yeah.
All right. So he's probably not the world's greatest guy, right?
No. You see, he puts up this front. He will be your best friend. He will talk to anybody and everybody like he's known them for years.
Yeah.
Yet when I was like 8 or 9 months pregnant, he says, let's go out to eat. And I say, okay, that's cool. We're getting ready. And he says, now, can you please keep it between us? Like, don't involve anybody else in our conversation. Let's just it be me and you.
Yeah.
And then at the restaurant, the whole night, it ends up him talking and messing around with the waiters. And
oh, boy. No big deal. That doesn't sound like... That's your example?
Well, his brother, one time when I first got to see him, or meet his family.
Yeah.
He came up to me and he goes, what are you doing looking at my brother like that for?
His brother came up to you and then he accused you of looking at his brother.
Yes.
All right. Well, okay, he's an idiot.
And
Why'd you marry him?
Because I was stupid.
Oh, okay. Well,
And I want to make sure that, because we have a son together, and he just does things like that.
Okay,
He'll
well,
take me out,
right,
make
right.
up for it.
right,
And
and
I
then he
glance at,
talks to the waiters. Listen, how old is he?
he's 30.
All right. Lisa, you getting a vibe?
I'm getting a strong vibe. With you, first of all, the first thing I got from you is that you do, quote, fight back with your mouth. Okay? Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. Because what really came through is you've got a mouth on you, which is not an insult. It's just what I got from you.
Yes.
And like a lashing out at him and a lot of screaming. And basically, yeah, he does his thing, you do your thing. But the thing is that you get something out of staying in this. Partially, it's the complaining. There's something about that you've been going on with. Because the truth is, if you don't want to be married, you cannot be married anymore. Him trying to control you, I'm not picking up that he tries to control you. I pick up that he doesn't do what you want and you lash out. And
Well, what do you mean? He went to a restaurant, said, let's be quiet, and then he ordered.
yeah.
I mean, come on. He talked right to the waiter.
No, he was actually, he had the waiters in the conversation, laughing,
I see.
joking.
All right, listen. Here, Sandy,
Yeah.
listen, it doesn't take a psychic to figure out both of you are a pain in the ass. And I don't mean to be so rude, but
That's fine.
you're not giving. I mean, you sound a little angry, and maybe that's rightfully so, and maybe you should be angry at him. But it sounds like you're angry at men too. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah. Where's your dad?
He's in California.
What kind of guy is he?
He is, I go to work, take care of my family, strong, stern, keeps to himself.
Does he drink?
He drinks a beer here and there.
Uh huh.
That's about it.
And was he good to you growing up?
Yeah,
And
he was good.
He was good, and he wasn't distant. He wasn't absent.
He keeps himself at a distance.
I
Keeps
see.
himself, I'm a father. That's it.
I see. All right. It just feels like there's some strain in that relationship. Seems like there's something missing here.
There's one more thing that really gets to me.
Yeah.
A year ago, around this month, I was diagnosed with herpes.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been married 3 years at the end of this next coming up month. And I've been faithful to him this whole time.
Yeah.
And the doctor said that that kind of sexual disease, whatever, is contracted within 10 to maybe a week or two within sexual intercourse.
Yeah.
And I've been faithful to my husband this whole time.
Uh-huh.
And it was 2 years into our marriage that I come up with this.
Yeah. So maybe he was unfaithful. Yes?
And he is so jealous.
All right. Listen, you two hate each other. So get a divorce. Okay? And then hook up with another guy and complain about him.
I don't want to hook up with
All
anyone.
right, good. But listen, be a good mother, would you?
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get myself on my feet, so when he
Good.
comes back, I'll say, see
Good.
you.
The spirit world says good. What do you think of that big homo Kenny Kingston? You don't like him, do you?
I don't know anything about it.
Oh, sweet spirit. Sweet spirit.
Okay, let me say something to you real
Yes.
quick. See, when a person starts, basically all I need is a person to ask a general question. Because if she starts talking, of course you're going to read into things that she says. It doesn't take a psychic. But
Right.
if she just says, tell me about my relationship,
Well, yeah.
then that's when I do my work.
Well,
But
I understand. We'll get some of those.
Thank you.
Don't you worry, baby.
Okay.
You'll have your time to shine.
Thank you.
Be the 1 o'clock hour. Tom, you're 15. What's up?
I'm 15, and I have like a 2-inch dick,
I see.
and I was wondering if there's like any way to make it bigger as like something, or should I just wait?
Yes. Can you channel John Holmes to see if we can get some advice?
I was going to say, wait for
Tom?
what?
You waiting for it to get bigger?
Yeah, just kind of waiting, hoping it, praying.
I see. You think God answers those kinds of prayers, ones that make your Johnson bigger?
I hope so.
Yeah, he's not usually, it's not at the top of his priority list, the make the genitalia bigger for the screwy teenagers. I'm sure if you pray enough, though. Tom, how big is your penis when it's erect?
Probably 4 inches.
All right. That's not too bad. You're fine. I've labeled this a bogus call, by the way, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Now, Lisa, you want to pick a call? You getting any vibes off any of these calls?
Yeah,
here?
there's somebody who is I would say African American. It feels like.
No, that's out of our demo. We don't let blacks listen to the show.
Oh, stop it!
All right, are they calling in?
Is it feeling? Yeah, they're calling in.
All right, let's see if we can find this person. Jennifer,
Yes.
are you black?
No, I'm
All
not.
right. What are you? You may be close.
I'm white.
You white? Okay, that's too far
I'm
away. Indian I would have gone with, but hold on. All right, let's see if we can find the black caller. Joey?
Yeah.
Are you black?
Nope.
All right, hold on a second. Let's talk to Emily. Emily?
Yeah,
You're not black, are you?
I'm part Native American.
That's close.
Okay.
So is Cher, though. We're not talking to her. Hold on a second. All right, you're hearing a African American.
Oh, it's not hearing. It was earlier,
Channeling.
so I'm not sure if anyone
Early.
hung up, but there was a feeling about that.
I see. Kathy,
Yeah.
are you black?
No, I'm white.
No. Okay. Well, let's get back to the half Indian. All right.
Okay.
All right, that's closest. Hold on a second. Hold on, Anderson. What did you say, by the way? All right. Let me speak to. And quiet down in there, Anderson. Emily.
Yeah.
All right. What's up?
Okay, I'm 17, and I've never had a boyfriend at all.
Oh, wait a minute. Anderson's right. Hold on a second, sweet spirit. I didn't read her question. She had a question. Oh, you're reading it off the screen.
I'm not even looking at the screen.
Oh, you read it earlier. Kathy?
I wasn't. Oh,
You have
man.
a question about a black man?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Okay.
I'm
There you go.
17.
How stupid of me. Go ahead.
I'm 17, and what I've noticed is that only older black guys are attracted to me. I have never been able to attract like a white 17-year-old guy.
So you
It's
just...
a complete phenomenon to me. It's like I never talk to them. They just come up to me and start talking to me.
And you just dating guys like Ike Turner, mainly?
I mean, I don't date them. I talk to them, but that's all that comes up to me. I never get anybody else.
Yeah. How old are these guys?
They're usually 26, 27, 28.
All right. You don't like them?
I mean, they're attractive, but I just want somebody my own age.
You want a nice, fresh white guy?
Not really, but just somebody who's 17 or 18 or something.
All right. You're going to high school?
Yeah.
Okay. You'll find a guy.
But it's like it's been going on since I was like 14.
Well, eventually you'll be 28, and then you'll be begging for the older black guys. But I mean, you're in high school. There's plenty of guys in high school, right?
Yeah.
Do you walk? Are you sort of open? Do you know what I mean as far as your body language and stuff?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not like I hide or anything. It's like everybody could see me.
All right.
You know that I'm there, but it's like nobody ever approaches me. Only those guys.
Lisa, you getting any kind of vibe off of Kathy?
Yeah, Kathy, I'm getting pretty much you acting like a victim, okay? And it's not an insult, but it's kind of like you're just sitting back waiting for something to happen as opposed to going for what you want. So, because basically that's what you're attracting because that's what you're like open for. So it's up to you to go out there and just go for what you want instead of waiting around for whatever comes up to you or whoever comes up to you.
Okay.
All right. You got to get proactive there, Kathy.
There you go.
Okay.
All right there,
All right,
sweetie.
thank you.
Enjoy. Good luck with the white guys.
All right. Thanks.
There's plenty to go around.
Thank you.
All righty. Lysa Mateu is our guest tonight. She's a psychic spirit medium. She wrote herself a book, Conversations with the Spirit World. Wrote it after one of her good friends committed suicide. Then you were able to communicate with that friend?
Mm-hmm.
Fantabulous. We're here with her tonight. We are answering your questions, that have to do with love, relationships, and maybe just questions about the dearly departed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. We'll take a little break. We'll be back after this. Hey, Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That's where Dr. Drew would be sitting, except for he's passed over to the other side. The other side being New York, whoring himself out for $1. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Lysa Mateu is our guest tonight on this fantabulous Valentine's Day. She's a psychic spirit medium. She's the author of the book, Conversations with the Spirit World. She also has a website, which is
www.channelingspirits.com.
And on that website, what can you find?
Oh, you can find so many things. You can find details about how to connect with the other side yourself. You can set up a reading with me by phone. You can also do that if you call 310-820-0711.
Yeah, man, go ahead and pimp. That's fine. I mean, you come out here. You polish your crystal ball.
I love that way of putting it.
Get some numbers out.
Okay.
Well, it only gets weird when you pretend like you're not doing it.
Of course.
So since you're psychic, you know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking pimp.
Okay.
I have no problem with that.
You got it.
All right, let's see if we can, again, we don't have an MD here tonight, so we're going to see about channeling, and that's a good choice of terms, some of our calls toward the psychic world. This is Kim. Kim is 30. Kim?
Hi.
What's up?
I had a question for Lisa. It was in regards to two people who have deceased. There have been like little incidents that have happened that just kind of in regards to them that have made me wonder if it's them like just saying that, hey, we're okay, or whether it's just they're just coincidence that things have happened that kind of remind me of these two people.
Okay, the number one thing regarding, just in a general sense, regarding people who've crossed over, they do send you signals. So sometimes they'll use the light, sometimes a song will come on the radio. They can affect things. And usually when you get the instinct that you feel them, it's like feeling somebody staring at you and they're pretty far away. You just can feel it, or you can sense. You're usually correct with that. So that's, on a general sense, number one with that.
Okay.
What I'm picking up with people who've crossed over for you, there's somebody who is, there's a male coming through right now, and it's the feeling of that. And he's saying, like, there's someone with a DA. Now, it's either them or someone here, okay?
Okay.
Okay, what does that mean to you?
DA, Dad.
Okay.
Well, that's easy. Come on.
It could be anybody. Do you understand that?
Right, yes, I do.
Thank you. And there's the feeling that whether or not there's a choking or something around him with either the choking or the... It's really hard for me to breathe right now. So it's a feeling of, like, there's some kind of either collapsing, something with the lungs, like either a choking or a collapsing with the lungs.
I broke wind. That may have something to do with it. No.
He's running the moment here.
Sorry.
Okay. Does that...
He had a heart attack.
Okay. There's whether or not there is a... All right. If there's a question mark around his crossing, okay, it's almost like whether or not there's something else that occurred in conjunction with the heart attack, okay?
What do you mean?
There's a question mark. There was like the heart attack, but something didn't make sense. There's something that didn't make sense about how he crossed over. Whether or not there's something that didn't make sense. That's what's coming through.
Is that true, Kim?
The only thing, they ruled it as a heart attack, but they didn't do any type of an autopsy, and they just kind of took it as that it was a heart attack because he had his nitroglycerin pills by him. So I don't know.
Well, sure. I mean, that's what his business partner did to make it look like a heart attack. Listen, I'm with Lisa on this one. But you want to know if he's okay?
Yeah, and there was someone else too. I don't know if she can pick up.
Well, can you get him? First off, he's dead, so he ain't in great shape.
No.
I mean, you're not that good when you're dead, are you?
Right.
So he's at least not alive. We can rule that part of good out, right?
Right.
But for a dead guy, he's doing great. It's fantastic. I hope I do that good when I'm dead. No, you getting any vibe from how he's doing? He's getting along with the other dead people? Is he making friends? Does he know, like, Abe Lincoln? What do you want to know?
Funny, you're funny.
Well, he's dead. What do you want?
When people ask me, like, are they okay? It's like, yeah, I feel the same way. Yeah, they're okay. But you're more asking about the signs that they're giving you, okay?
Right.
And it's a feeling, with him, there's a feeling of a presence around you, and it's also affecting things. The other person that's coming through is another male, but there's like a younger male, okay?
Right.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And there's the feeling of that, whether or not he was a, quote, kidder, like the kind of, I would call it like a jokester, but he's calling it like more of a kidder, something about him that's like a kidder. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
Did your brother pass away?
Yes, he did.
Wow, what happened to him?
He had cancer.
How old was he when he went on to the other
39.
side? Wow, very, very tragic.
Okay.
And was he a screwball?
Yeah, he liked to tell jokes and kid around and stuff. Yeah.
Aha. And how's he doing?
He's doing fine.
Is he with the dad?
Well, they're coming through together. Yes. Like the minute she asked about the people on the other side, immediately there was two men present. Doesn't mean there's not other people, but they came forward. And then there was the father, where I said the DA, and then there was someone younger. There was like the younger male.
So we did get that. So, you mean, if I die, I have to spend eternity with my family? Or can I avoid that?
I don't know about that, because I've gotten people who were married that didn't like each other when they were married.
Listen, when I go, I'm getting my own pad.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to live with my folks for a while when I'm dead.
Okay, so you don't have to pay rent?
6 months, get back on my feet kind of thing. It's going to be tough to get a gig when you're dead.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sure I can still work for Westwood One in some capacity. As soon as I get a gig, I'm back out again. I'm on my own. I got my own coffin, maybe a mausoleum. Let's step up to something nicer. Get a few roommates, live in a nice mausoleum. All right, let's see if we have some other questions here for Lisa. Jennifer?
Uh-huh.
You're 20?
Yes.
What's up?
I was just wondering, well, see, my family's really angry because my grandfather, died, 2 weeks ago. He, he had cancer, and he was 82, but he ended up, shooting himself.
Mm-hmm.
And he did it while my grandmother was home.
Well,
she's got,
There's something that he took with him. It's the feeling like he took with him.
Shotgun shell?
No.
I don't know.
It's almost as if, his crossing over has stopped. It's like he's, whether or not it was a will or some kind of something that his crossing over is kind of stopped the process of. Because he's saying, took with him. Unless it was just him taking himself out. But, no, it's like the feeling of that he took something with him. I'm not sure what that is, but...
Well, see, my grandma has Alzheimer's disease, and she was the only one that was home with him.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that, he took her out and stuff and was just had her look at all these things like he was going to kill her too, but, then he, sent her...
What do you mean? What do you mean? Had her look at all these
turn
things?
around and stuff, and then he was just all of a sudden he's all, go in the house,
So that's what I said a moment ago. I said take her out. Take him out. So that's what he was talking about, because it was the feel. That was what I was getting about that.
He took something with him.
No. When I said first I heard took him with him, but then I heard instead of taking himself out. So then she just said it was going to take the grandmother out. It was something about that.
So so it was like he threatened the grandmother, but didn't do it.
Yeah,
why are we angry at him?
The family's angry because he did it while she was home by herself, with him.
Right.
Yeah, but he did it to make a statement. He did it to make a statement.
Really? What the hell kind of statements is he making?
Well,
he's
you make
dying
a big
of
statement.
cancer. Well,
it doesn't matter. If you're dying of cancer, you exactly. He did it in front of people. This doesn't take a psychic. It takes. The logic is that if he does it in front of her, he wants her to see. He's making a statement about it.
Well, Jennifer, I agree he didn't handle this the right way, but what should he have? He should have taken her and dropped her off somewhere or something, right?
Well, what I'm thinking is, I think he should have OD'd or something on pills, because then she'd think that he just didn't wake up, because he was 82 years old, Right,
but he didn't want a chance living.
I see. And what did he do? He just shot himself in the head?
Yeah, with a shotgun.
Oh, I was psychic about that shotgun shell. Oh, boy. David.
Oh, my God.
David, don't laugh now.
Jesus.
Well, I did say shotgun shell. Not everyone takes himself out with a shotgun.
Huh.
All right. Hey, Jennifer, this is sad, and I feel bad for, the family and the grieving and all that. He probably, what do you have, a few months left to live?
Yeah,
So it's kind of bad, because here you are, you die, everyone should be mourning your death. Instead, they're pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
Because you basically did it in a way that horrified other family members and screwed up the grieving process.
But even your grandmother's not so aware of what actually occurred. She's kind of in and out of that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's, I'm not demeaning, I'm not trying to make less of what happened, but she's not fully aware of what really happened anyway.
All right. So it's, good times. Good times. Let's talk to CJ, who's 23. CJ?
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, I just had a question for the psychic lady there. I'm with you, man. I really don't believe in psychics, man. They're too general for me, too.
All right. But you're such a skeptic, you're calling the show.
Yeah, I know. You're terrible.
Yeah. What's up?
Well, I met this girl a while back, and she was separated with her ex-husband. Or not ex yet.
Mm-hmm.
Still legally married, but separated. And we kind of talked and fell in love, I guess, so to speak. And she's now carrying my child. Except she's 1,000 miles away from me right now.
Mm-hmm.
And she has 3 kids of her own from her previous marriage.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. I'm looking at my crystal ball. I'm getting white trash. Maybe.
Hey, now.
Am I close?
Not even.
You drive an El Camino?
I just wanted to know if my family that is dead right now, who can see this picture from an airplane so they can see a broader spectrum, like she said, is because she left me about 3 times before to go back to her ex so she didn't lose her kids.
Yeah.
Because he kept holding the kids over her.
Yeah.
Like, you'll leave him or you're going to lose your kids. And I guess she wasn't strong or not, but, she moved out of her ex's house finally and back to her parents. And we're thinking about getting married. And I'm wondering if she's going to be strong enough to move out here to Albuquerque with me.
Well, the first thing I'm picking up is somebody with a bad temper. So it's either you or her husband or ex-husband, whatever you want to call it. That's like the bad temper. Okay? Does that make sense about you or about him?
A little bit of both. He does have a temper. He was abusive.
Well, that's what I mean like a bad temper. I'm seeing that. Because I'm seeing her staying because of fear. There's like a fear factor as opposed to what you said is just about the kids. No, there's like a fear factor. It's almost like he's been telling her things about leaving more than just about the kids, okay? Because from you I'm picking up it's almost like if she wanted to, she could walk all over you, and not that that's her intention, but you're like the nice guy. There's like the nice guy with you, okay? And whether or not it doesn't mean you have to start not being nice, but that in relationships with you has women have taken advantage of that. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, I've been married before, yeah.
Okay.
Your wife took advantage of you?
Yeah, my ex-wife, big time.
I'm getting a Aqua Velva smell. Is that your cologne?
No, I don't wear cologne.
High karate, nothing?
Nothing.
Yeah, see, maybe if you start putting some cologne on, you could get some chicks. That's your problem. Smell like beer all the time. All right, so what's going to happen? You're going to tell him what's going to happen or what he should do?
Well, what's going to happen is based on what he does, okay? Basically, for you, I see this one kind of staying apart for a while, okay? I don't see it really going together. She's not ready to leave permanently.
Thank God that you guys had that kid, you genius. Listen, look, you don't need a psychic for this. This chick's screwed up. Her husband's abusive. She's freaked out. Her dad was probably abusive before him. There's probably some alcohol or substance involved here. It's not that she's got to be with him or she's not going to get her kids. She could easily get divorced from this guy and get custody of her kids. She can't do it. She's not into CJ. She's into him sort of, but then goes back to the abusive guy because her dad was abusive. Doesn't have that strong, deep-rooted attraction. All right, so what's he going to do? I don't know. I think he dodged a bullet here. I'm sorry he had a kid with her. I don't know if he wants to spend the rest of his life with this screwed-up chick and the 4 kids.
No.
He should look into himself and figure out why he's attracted to these types of women and what he's doing not to keep them. All right, we'll take ourselves a little break. Lysa Mateu is our guest tonight. She's a psychic spirit medium, and if you have any questions for her on this Valentine's Day, you can call us up after this. Hey there, psychic friends. It's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is not Dr. Drew. The sweet spirit known as Dr. Drew has passed on to the other side of the Atlantic Ocean, or Pacific. I guess it'd be the Atlantic. There he is. I guess he's in New York and he's pimping something, God knows what. We don't care because life is for the living over here at Loveline. Lysa Mateu is our guest tonight. She's a psychic spirit medium. She's the author of the book Conversations with the Spirit World. She has herself a website,
www.channelingspirits.com. And I'll be doing some book signings in March, so check out the website. It's on there.
That's right. And tonight we're going to flavor the show that way. Since we don't have an MD here, we're going to swing the questions a little more toward the psychic realm. So why don't we talk to Taylor? Taylor's 15. Taylor?
Hi.
What's up?
Lisa, I had a friend commit suicide 2 years ago, and I was just wondering some things like why she did it and if she regrets it and if she's in a place that when I die I'm going to see her again.
Okay, 2 things about that. The questions like that, I mean, any answer that I give you, you won't be able to validate, okay?
So, well, I'm not expecting. I'm just curious, you know?
Well, listen, can't you blow a little smoke up her ass so she can enjoy her life?
She can enjoy. She does enjoy her life. Okay, you do enjoy your life.
She didn't mean to commit suicide. She is happy where she is, and yes, there's a place for you.
All right, thanks.
Thank you so much.
No,
just tell her something good.
No, I'm going to tell her something good. Okay. The most important thing for you is that it's almost as if more than just finding out. There's like something hidden, whether or not she kept things very hidden as opposed to someone who's blatantly, outwardly depressed. There's like some kind of hiding with her. I don't know if you know that about her. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, a little. Like, she told me, like, a few weeks before she did it that she was feeling really depressed and she was scared. But other than that, she didn't really talk about anything like that.
Right, I'm talking about the way she showed it to the world, like other people, like in public, as opposed to
Yeah, that's what I mean. She never...
Yeah, she didn't show it, because I'm seeing it like it was hidden from...
She was a really cheerful person.
Okay, exactly, because I'm seeing this opposite. And this sounds general, who's the blonde, but I'm seeing the blonde, so I'm not sure if that's you or her. That could be darker hair, but I'm seeing there's somebody with the blonde that she's mentioning.
Blonde sometimes.
Okay.
Uh-huh. I'm
Her sister's blonde.
I'm seeing either...
No, it's you or her, I said.
I'm seeing either I'm seeing either a rope, a gun,
stop
pills,
it.
or water
Stop it.
in her suicide. Was it any of those things?
No.
How did she kill herself?
She killed herself by hanging herself.
A rope. Yes, yes.
It wasn't a rope. My God.
When I say rope, I mean metaphor for hanging. What did she hang herself with?
Phone cord.
Yeah, I see. That's what I've seen. When I see rope, I mean hangman's noose. Okay. You don't see a phone cord hanging. I'm seeing like a drawing. Like, you see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
It's the way the spirits speak to me.
Adam, I love you, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh, there you go. Your love life's going to heat up.
She really hung herself, huh?
Yeah.
That is, I would think, an unusual way for a woman, especially, to kill herself.
Actually, a lot of them do hang themselves, believe it or not.
Do they?
Guns
Women?
is the least. I mean, guns is like the men.
Guns, what I mean is for women, from what I know, is they go in sort of less violent ways. ODs, things like that. Some of them, too many bonbons, something like that. Something, a less cruel way. But she must have been hopped up on drugs or booze or something.
That's what I heard. I'm not sure, though.
Yeah, I mean...
but she was also on medication. She was also on some kind of medication.
All right. So, anyway, do you hold yourself responsible for this in any way?
I feel a little bad that she told me about it, that I could have done something more, but other than that, I don't think I've ever...
Yeah, but she told you she was depressed, okay?
Yeah, she didn't tell you she was going to hang herself.
Yeah, she wrote me a note saying that she was really scared, and I told her to get some help, but I feel I could have done something
Right, but
more,
she didn't tell you she was going to kill herself with a phone cord, so don't...
No, she didn't.
Okay,
well,
so she just,
Okay, I'm all right, though.
How old?
I just want to know if she's all right now. And
she's great. She's never been better. How old was she, though?
She was 14.
Oh, 14. My God.
She had a hard life.
And she's somebody that they always said was always smiling, because I'm seeing this like this, always smiling, always smiling.
Oh, that's in her obituary.
Really?
Yeah.
It said always smiling?
So explain that.
Not like always smiling, but just said her cheerful smile.
Well, because, look, people that are walking around miserable, depressed, and complaining that they're going to kill themselves are intervened upon. They don't get away with it.
Of course they do.
No, they don't.
My friend was depressed,
cheerful,
of course.
Happy.
She wasn't 14. What's that?
She was a very cheerful and happy person, and she was just
right on the outside
like that. Yeah, but there was things about her life that really screwed her up.
Well, listen, Taylor, I'm sorry this happened to her and to you. You will be together with her, not anytime soon. Be about 8 months, but not in the near future. No, you got years and years. But don't worry, when you see her. Wait a minute, that's a good question. And Taylor kicks off at 85, and this chick's 14. What are they going to talk about? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I crap myself. Yeah. I want to go see NSYNC. You know what I mean? Like, what are they going to do?
That's a good question.
You be able to hang?
That's a good question. I do not have the answer to that. That's a really good question.
Do you age in the spirit world, or are you about the same age you were?
You know, there's been babies that have crossed over, and they just show me themselves as like a baby. I haven't seen anyone like get older because you wouldn't recognize it. No, the babies don't talk. I just see them.
And when you go over old, you got to spend the rest of your life that way, or the rest of your non-life that way, right?
You know, I don't. I'll tell you when I get there. I'll contact you if I go first.
Yeah, it's not a bad argument for not kicking off at 14,
no,
but
I'm not 14.
Late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah.
You know, I'm saying
you don't want to be 90 and stay that way.
You don't spend eternity with loss of bowel control. You know what I mean?
Definitely
You're
not.
crapping all over heaven.
You want to have lots of friends.
Right, yeah, you want to have friends. All right, let's see if we see some other calls for Lisa over here. John.
What's up?
You're 22. What's up?
Yes, I am. I'm just curious. I kind of wanted to communicate with my grandma. She passed on like 3 to 4 years ago, and I'm just curious. You see, I'm really into the whole spirit thing. I believe a lot in everything. I'm just the opposite of you, Adam. I believe in everything that happens and everything. But I often feel like I'm communicating with my grandmother, but I feel like I need the proof.
Now, the spirits have told me you're gay. Is that true?
Yeah, thanks a lot, bro. No, sorry.
Really?
No.
Jesus, he's wrapped up and talking to his grandma. Really? At least bi, right?
No, not bi.
I can't figure this one. I'm confused.
Who's the Lane? I don't know the name Laney or something with Laney, like an L.A. name. Someone with the it's either an L or an L.A. name. It's not her, but she's saying something with L or L.A. name. And I hate saying grandmas with knitting because it seems like every grandma knits. But she's showing me something with that, like making things. Whether or not she used to make things. Does that make sense to you?
No.
She never made anything?
She did.
L.A.?
No. The making things, both of them. The L.A. is here. Someone. She's referencing the name that begins with an L.A. Not her, I said.
Right. No, it doesn't ring anything.
Come on, John, play along, buddy. We'll send you out a book.
I'm working, man. I'm searching everything.
What about the knitting? She ever make one of those
no, but there's the L.
tea cozies or anything? Nothing?
No.
All right, hold on. Hey, John?
Yeah, what's up?
All right, now listen.
Your mom's here?
My mom is here.
Good. Go home and ask her. Ask her who the L.A. The name begins with an L.A. Okay?
Right. Hold on, John.
And she
knit
little black.
It's my dad's side of the family.
Hold on. We got to take ourselves
Doesn't
a break
matter.
here. John?
Yes.
Here's what I want you to do. I want you to think real hard about L.A. I don't care if it's the middle initial of some guy you work with. I want you to work it into something that works here, all right?
No, don't.
'Cause you're making an ass of the guest.
No, you're not.
Hold on a second. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I got to apologize for her. He'll think of something.
No, he doesn't.
We'll take a break. John, you squeeze that L.A. into
You're
something.
in big trouble now.
He is calling from Burbank, which is in Los Angeles. So
It's
I
not
think
that.
that
It's a
may
name.
be something.
First two letters of the person's name, always.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Howdy there, kiddies. It's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. Dr. Drew is somewhere better tonight. He's in a better place. Probably a Ramada Inn, sleeping somewhere. Tomorrow night, Dano and Allison are going to be in here from Temptation Island. Anyone who's been watching the phenomenon known as Temptation Island will recognize those names. They'll be in here tomorrow night. We'll talk to them. And tonight we have Lysa Mateu. Lysa's a psychic spirit medium. She's authored the book, Conversations with the Spirit World. You want more information, you contact her on her website, which is
www.channelingspirits.com.
There you have it, everybody. All right, let's get back to the phones. 1-800-LOVE-191. Again, we're skipping some of the medical questions tonight in lieu of taking some psychic questions on Valentine's Day. Joey, you're 18.
Yes, sir.
What's up?
Well, I'm married, and I have a 10-month-old son. Well, about 2 weeks ago, my wife told me that she cheated on me.
Didn't I say affair?
No, you said he was gay.
I did not. I was mouthing affair.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said gay.
Okay.
Sorry.
And, throughout our whole relationship, she's pretty much wanted to go hang out with other guys and all that stuff. And, I've always tried to be trusting and understanding.
Now, did she tell you she was having an affair, or did you catch her?
She told me.
I see.
After it happened, she said that, she was with another guy that she had been going over to his house, and, at first, he was supposed to be babysitting for us.
I see. And did they break things off?
Yeah, she told me that, she doesn't want to have anything to do with him. The only problem is she works with him, so, I can't really trust her on that.
I see. And, how old is she?
She's 18.
I see. So you're both 18. You have a 10-month-old.
Mm-hmm.
So you got started pretty early.
Yeah.
And she's a little chaotic, right?
Yeah, I think, when I got us an apartment, and got us out on our own, she pretty much wanted to go buck wild.
I see. All right. And, here's the deal. You guys can salvage the relationship if she wants to do that. Do you think she wants to do that?
I'm not sure. At first, when she first told me, she convinced me to, give her another chance.
Mm-hmm.
She pretty much begged me.
Mm-hmm.
But, since then, she's been kind of, well, screw you.
I see.
Like that.
All right. Do you want to get a divorce?
When I first heard it, yeah. And then, she convinced me, I thought about it for a day or two and, decided with the baby, I wanted to try and make it work out.
How about you guys try out some counseling or something like that?
Well, she's been talking to a pastor or something.
Yeah.
she was supposed to, but I haven't heard anything else about it.
What does she do for a living? Where does she work?
She works at Century Express, which is like they work for Lufthansa Cargo.
Man, she works at a cargo place. And what's the guy do? He works there too?
Yeah, he's in the warehouse.
I see. Is it a big place? Do they have much contact?
I'd say they probably do.
Yeah.
The way the office is, he has to come in and out to get what forms he needs to load and all that.
Yeah. Can she work on finding another gig?
That's she's doing that now.
All right.
But she's been acting real.
Yeah. Well, listen, Joey. This is why you don't have kids and marry screwballs. You understand?
Yeah.
Well, she's a chaotic broad, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's got some problems. I mean, you're 18. You're not really equipped to deal with this stuff. But you have a kid, and you have to take care of this kid. And whether you're, chronologically an adult or emotionally adult is not really the issue. The issue is you got a 10-month-old kid. And you have to do everything within your power to make a good, stable environment for the kid. And that means you guys getting into some counseling. Maybe she gets into some individual stuff to work on some of her demons. And I would say getting another gig. I wouldn't want her working around the guy she was having the affair with, and she probably shouldn't be.
No, but she wants out. And
She does?
She wants out, and she's looking for a way out, and it's...
She wants out of the relationship, or
she wants out of the relationship, and, she's finding a way, one of the ways that she thought she'd get out was by cheating. She thought that would be enough, and it's not enough.
Well, why'd she beg to get him back?
Because it's the fear of losing, but also wanting out. She wants out. I guarantee you call back like 10 months from now, she's out. She wants out.
I think she wants chaos, which is temporarily wanting out. Listen, she wouldn't beg to come back in.
Of course she would. It's like the fear of, yes, she would.
Listen, if she met this guy, hold on, stop shaking your head over there. I'm talking to the peanut gallery. I don't need coaching from behind the guest. Don't think I don't see that, Sarah. I think she's obviously comes from a lot of chaos in her life, or she wouldn't be pregnant, 16 and a half, 17. She wouldn't be married at 17, 18 years old. And she does want out at times. But then she wants to keep the cycle of chaos alive, so she gets back in and then steps out again. She is stepping out, and she is causing...
She will be out.
Oh, listen, this thing ain't going to last. The over-under is about 8 months. But I'm saying if she wants out, she would go with this guy she was having the affair with. Why didn't she just stay with him?
Because she doesn't want to be with him. She just wants out. So one of the ways...
Why did she beg to come back to him?
Because she wants it. She's also afraid of leaving. She's going to be out.
Well, then that's not wanting out.
She's going to be out. She's going to be out.
Listen, everything's going to... Your marriage is going to be over in 2 years. What are you talking about? Of course it is.
No, it's not. Don't
Listen, let me talk to Joey for a second. Joey?
Yeah.
Did she beg to come back?
Pretty much. I mean, she didn't flat out get on her knees, but
why don't you? She gets on her knees. That's a good sign. Why don't you ask her? Why don't you give the opportunity?
She felt bad.
Why don't you say, "Do you want out of this thing?" And if you do, say it, and see what she says. All right.
Well, she's also picked a couple of fights with me since then.
Yes.
Threatened divorce and.
Okay. Well, maybe she does want out. I know she's real chaotic. Whatever it is. Whether it's her out or her in. If she's in, she's got to work. You both have to work at it, all right?
All right.
All right. Okay. Listen, everybody. Don't get married at 17 and a half. Don't knock your high school sweetie up when she's, 16 and a half. Don't do it. This is it.
That's right.
This is what your life is. You got you're living with a drunken Pippi Longstocking. She's screwing around with guys at work. She's totally chaotic. Kids aren't going to help. They're not going to stabilize. Please, everybody. I'd like to sue these people. I really would on behalf of the United States and the taxpayers. Emily?
Yeah.
You're 17?
Yes, I am.
What's up?
Well, first off, Adam, I just want to say you're a genius.
Well, thank you.
Just discussing that.
The psychic knew that. I was explaining to the psychic that I was a genius just a few minutes ago, was I not?
You were.
Thank you very much. Go ahead, Emily.
All right, so anyway, I'm 17, and I've never been in a relationship at all.
Mm-hmm.
And what?
Hold on. The spirits tell me you're fat. Is that?
I'm not fat.
She's not fat.
Okay. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Anyway, so I just get crushes on guys, like, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they kind of turn, not obsessive, but a little bit.
Right, but are there guys that are interested in you that you're aware of that you're not interested in?
Not that I know of.
There's never been a guy that's been some nerdy guy with a AV windbreaker on who's interested in you?
When I was in, kindergarten, this kid used to chase me around, try to kiss me.
Aha! No, we're not counting when they're in diapers, for Christ's sake. So nobody in high school, nobody asked you to the junior prom or the snow dance or anything like that?
Nope.
And why is it you think guys aren't asking you out?
I don't know. Maybe they're threatened. I don't know. I'm not, mousy. I'm not quiet or anything.
Yeah? Are you too aggressive?
I don't think so, no.
What do you do at school? You play sports? Are you a good student? What do you do?
I'm in choir.
You're in choir?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Guys love a chick and a big moo-moo. Big, shiny moo-moo singing. You get any vibe off of this?
Yeah,
Lisa?
I'm actually, it's interesting when you said that you're not, I don't think you're mousy, but you do keep to yourself. There's definitely this stay away from me energy going on when it comes to men. It would be more like a shyness, like a shutting down when you're around somebody that you do like, that you have an interest in.
Definitely.
Okay, so what that does, it's just shyness, but to them, it looks like you're not interested.
Really?
Okay, so if you're shutting down like that, you need to kind of allow your feelings for someone to be shown. You don't have to be outrageous about it, but, do not hide it, because if you hide it, they can't find it. They can't see it.
All right.
All right, because you've been hiding it too much and then wondering why no one comes after you.
I agree with Lisa. Start wearing tube tops.
There you go.
All right?
No, I also have another question.
Yeah.
My best friend's dad died 2 years ago, and I was just wondering, Lisa, if you could, talk to him or anything and see if he has a message for his daughter.
Okay, what I'm getting, and this sounds so graphic, I hate to say drop dead, but there's a feeling of that he just, boom, was just gone. Okay?
Not really.
Okay, no, that's what I'm getting. Okay?
I'm getting an L and an A.
Listen. Oh, don't interrupt me, okay? The feeling that it was just gone, in a moment. So whether or not, it's not that, yeah, he was just gone. So for her, you can ask her about this, that there was no preparation from her part to say goodbye to him. Okay, even though she spoke with him, it was just sudden.
How did he die?
He had cancer.
Oh, well,
for a couple years.
Well, a couple of years. I mean,
and the moment that he died, was he expecting it?
In terms of the Earth's calendar,
No, the moment it wasn't expected. It was just she heard that he died.
Listen, she knew. She knew he was
at the
going to die.
hospital.
2 years, for Christ's sake. Look, you don't bat 1,000. That's fine.
No,
let this one go.
It's not about that.
This was a slow, long, lingering death.
It wasn't.
You couldn't have been further off on this
it wasn't.
one. Hey, listen, even Mark McGwire strikes out every once in a while. They're not all home runs. We'll get it back on the next call,
It's not about being a home run. It's about what occurred. You
Maybe
can ask
you need
her.
to let go.
No.
Let go.
That's
let
fine.
Go. This guy died over the course of
You don't
2
die
years.
over a course of 2 years. You die in an instant. You understand?
Oh, okay, listen here. You would start playing that card, please.
Isn't it true?
No, of course it's true. You got a safe dropped on you, you die in an instant. You have cancer for 20 years, you die in an instant. You always die in an instant.
That's right.
That's the most retarded argument I've ever heard.
No, but it's she wasn't. It wasn't like she was sitting there expecting him to die at that moment.
Yes, she was. She was sitting in the hospital room. Well, it's true. She expected him to die 15 minutes later.
No.
Come on. She's sitting in the guy's hospital room while his body's being eaten by cancer.
No.
That's the worst. That's the worst argument I've ever heard. You got to let this one go. That's all right. You're batting about 800% here. That's not bad.
It's about me, okay?
It's about selling the book.
It's
now, listen
not
to
about
me.
selling the book.
Let this one go. Hold on. The spirits talk to me. They said you're all wrong.
They don't
on this
talk
one.
to you. They
Yes,
definitely
do.
don't.
That's why I have these headphones.
No.
No, these headphones are for the spirits.
No, you'd have arguments with them. They wouldn't talk to you.
All right, Emily?
Yeah.
She's a million miles off of this one, right?
Well, I don't know.
Okay, thanks for being so kind. Wear those tube tops. Talk to those guys, right, baby?
I don't wear a tube top, thanks.
Well, I know it's Chicago in the winter, but you gotta you gotta give a little if you want to get the boys. You understand?
Yeah.
All right, baby.
All right, thanks a
All right,
lot.
take care of yourself. All right, that's all right. We all miss a few. Let's see if we can get back on the next one. All right. You got any vibes off any of these numbers here? Any lucky numbers here?
Numbers?
Yeah, I'm looking at the board here. Do you see anything you like? Look at the screen here. Do you see anything speaking to you? There's some questions here. Ann here has a question. She wants to know if she's going to hook back up at the ex-lover. That sounds like a good Valentine's Day one. Why not? Hey, Ann?
Hello.
You're 28.
Yes.
What's up?
I just wanted to ask Lisa if she felt anything since it's been about 8 years, and we recently started talking again. And I was interested in whether we get back together.
Okay, the first thing I'm picking up with you is that...
I'm getting Quaaludes.
That's what I was going to...
Yeah. Is that what you're getting? We're both agreement on that. The spirit's told us lose.
Hey, it's late. I'm tired.
No kidding. All right, so let me just get this straight. You're 28.
Mm-hmm.
You're with a guy like 8 years ago?
Girl.
Yes?
Girl.
A girl.
Mm-hmm.
A girl. I'm sorry. 8 years ago, you're with a girl,
Mm-hmm.
and you have a relationship, and then you break it off.
It was broken off 8 years ago.
I see.
So 8 years have passed.
Right, and now you're back in touch with the person?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry we called you this late. You idiot. Would you wake up?
Exactly.
You're calling from L.A., right?
Yes.
All right, it's 11:15. You all right?
I'm fine.
All right, pep up, baby. All right, so now you're back in touch with her, right?
Yes.
All right, you want to know if something's going to happen. There's going to be more sparks. What do you think?
Okay, well, first of all, and like this doesn't take a psychic to say what I'm going to say. It just takes logic. Your attitude, even with the being late, has nothing to do with it. It's more passive. Like you're waiting to see what's going to happen as opposed to deciding what's going to happen. Okay? Like she's like, you're waiting to see what's going to happen based on her taking action as opposed to you deciding that you want a relationship and going forward.
Actually, I have decided that, and I am doing that. I just want to know if it's the right thing to do.
Okay.
I am going forward with it.
Right, but your question about whether or not it's going to work, okay, doesn't put you in the driver's seat. There's like a she decides whether that's been the question with the relationship in the past, that she was doing all the deciding about whether to end it or whether to be with you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And so for you, it's about stepping up into the driver's seat and going forward with this and having it be, it's not that you would control it, but it's almost what she's looking for. You were way too passive in the past. Like she could just like bulldoze you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like you taking a different stance here. It's kind of like meeting your match. I mean, she doesn't want to be with someone who she can bulldoze. Not that that's the purpose, but you need to kind of step up to the plate. And yes, it will work in that respect. And actually, I'm not sure if you really want to be with her once you start getting what you want from her. You know, you may be very surprised about if she's the kind of person that you really want to be with long term.
That's what you're sensing?
Yeah. But you definitely need to step up. That's just your own growth, like not being passive and stepping up for yourself.
All right.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right, I'm gonna play a little psychic hunch here because the spirits are speaking to me.
All right. I'm
gonna guess what you do for a living. I got narrowed down to two things: either auction livestock or you're a carnival barker. Is that one? Am I right?
Neither.
No. I'll tell you, those spirits.
I'm somebody's boss.
Somebody's boss.
I'm the boss.
Boss of one retarded guy, or no, the whole office.
You woke her up, though.
Yeah, okay, baby. I wish I had a boss like this. Hey, Adam. Yeah. Come in my office. Yeah. I forgot. Go get lunch. That'd be a great boss, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'd like to have Anna as a boss. Hey, I got an assignment. Yeah. Why don't we nap on this one? Okay, that's good. All right, let's see. Let's talk to... all right, you're slowly redeeming yourself.
I don't have to redeem myself.
No, you don't have to prove anything to anyone.
That's right.
All you chicks are the same. You wear the lingerie for you. It's not for anyone else.
No, that's not true, actually.
Makes you pretty.
No.
You do. You wear it for other people?
Other people, my husband.
Right.
This person.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. I'm glad you can admit that. Most women buy lingerie for them.
For themselves.
They can feel pretty. You understand? You buy it so guys can see you mince around in nice panties, right?
That's right.
Of course. Sarah?
Yes.
You're 17. What's up?
Hi. Recently I lost somebody who was really close to me, and I was wondering if maybe you could tell me if they're okay or if they found some kind of peace and if they're around me at all, and just if, misses me, misses my family.
Okay, the first thing and one thing when spirits come through, they don't necessarily come through in the order that you're asking for, okay? It's kind of like the leader comes through first, because there's a feeling of someone being, all right, now this is a different kind of thing, whether or not something caused this person's, it's like they said taken from you, so it's the feeling of that something like an impact, an accident, something caused this person's death, as opposed to their own actions. There's like, they're making it, no, this person had something to do with their death, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Switching gears.
Okay, yeah. I was saying that, and then the spirits were like, no, that they were involved in this, meaning that they brought it about. Not necessarily suicide, but they brought it about. Like, their actions brought about their death.
Bungee
had something
jumping.
to do with it.
Well, I guess it's both.
I see. It's okay.
Because he did commit suicide.
Okay, so it's both.
Well, that ain't both. He killed himself.
Yeah, so why'd you say
But
both,
also,
actually?
I mean, his actions, I guess, led up to it in a way.
What do you mean his actions led up to it?
Well, he was going through some problems with alcohol,
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, he just felt really guilty about everything that had happened.
And when did he kill himself?
Exactly 1 month ago.
I see. How are you doing, by the way?
It's been really hard.
Yeah, I mean, have you gotten therapy for this, by the way?
Yeah, yes, I'm going.
Good, because this is like, you can have a lot of, trauma from something like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you were. What's coming through is something about looking through his stuff. Something about looking through his stuff, and he's also saying the initial D, which is not necessarily for. It's someone with a D, either here or crossed over. That's coming through. That's saying D, like a D, D. That's all I'm getting with that. It's not him. There's the feeling of. Does that make sense? Also looking through his stuff. I don't know why. Whether or not you have his. There's something about looking through his stuff. I don't know what that means.
Like that we have, or that we need to, maybe?
No. There's a feeling of like someone either spends a lot of time reminiscing, looking, like searching through his things, like a lot of time, more than just putting his stuff away and using it, like not looking at it.
Yeah, he played the guitar, and I play the guitar too. I play his guitar all the time.
Aha.
No, but that's not what I'm talking about. No. It's like
saxophone, bass.
No. It's not even about
Something
instrument.
else?
It's like looking through his stuff. Like they were looking for something. Like looking for I don't know, note something. Like searching. It's almost a feeling of like searching for either an answer within his stuff.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you? Like looking through his stuff. That's all that's coming through with that.
That he's looking through?
No.
You were looking through his stuff.
Listen. You didn't go through his trunk and discover anything.
It doesn't have to be even you. It's like they were looking for an answer.
He wrote me half of the note.
Really?
Half one, yeah.
Why half? I mean, no, you don't know.
He wrote it while he was in the hospital.
Uh-huh.
And then he left, and he just never finished it.
Did he? How did he kill himself?
He shot himself.
And so he was in the hospital for what?
What happened was I came home and I found him on the floor, and I didn't know what was wrong. I called the ambulance. I didn't know that he was drinking, and I thought he'd had a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
And once I called the ambulance, it was just because he had drank so much. If he had one more drink, he would have been dead. And he went through rehab, and he went through detox, and we told him that he had to keep going through it. And I don't think he thought he could finish it, and he was supposed to go to the rehab center, but instead he went to Las Vegas.
And he killed himself?
In a hotel room there, yeah.
Okay.
What is with the, I don't know if he injected, I'm seeing something with the arms and injecting.
Yeah.
He injected drugs in his arms?
No.
What's he injecting then? What am I seeing?
There was a lot of medication injected into him, like, that really made him depressed.
Oh, he's injected, because I was seeing injecting, so I didn't know what that meant. Okay.
All right, well, Sarah, listen. I know you want to know, what he's doing in the afterlife and all that other stuff, but you need to focus on you and your counseling and your therapy. And I mean, this is a huge, huge thing to deal with at your age, at any age. You understand? Yeah. And there's all kinds of feelings that surround it, and feelings like maybe could have done something or something. This guy had a disease, and he couldn't beat it, and it ended up taking his life. And it has nothing to do with you, and I'm sure he loved you.
Yeah.
And you cannot, he would want you to have a good, productive life and good relationships and do well in school and excel and exceed in life. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I mean, the greatest tribute you could pay to this guy is having a good life. It really is.
Is he sending any kind of message to you at all?
It's interesting, actually, what just said is what he's sending. It's really important for you to do that.
Don't go to junior college is what I'm picking up from him right now.
Yeah, that's exactly how it's going to work.
Yes, stay in school, deal with the grieving. It's way too early to even pretend like you can get past this.
But also, I just want to say, I want you to, and this is, I guess it is pimping, but it's also helping, is my book is about that. It's Conversations with the Spirit World, and it's 17 people who killed themselves and what they have to say. So that, you can get on Amazon.
All right,
that can help you out.
How'd you know? Did you know all these 17 or just the
only
one?
One.
Okay. All right. I may kill myself later on. You can make it 18. You can do like a revision to the book. Don't you want to go for 20? Why 17? The book seems a little
light. There
light.
are certain things that I don't have to answer.
Okay. All right. How old are you?
33.
Oh, so I thought you weren't going to answer that. Very good. We'll take ourselves a little break.
Certain things.
Lysa Mateu is our guest tonight. She's a psychic spirit medium. We will come back with more of your questions after this. Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Lysa Mateu. Lysa is a psychic spirit medium. She's authored herself a book, Conversations with the Spirit World. If you want more information about how to obtain that book, you can look her up on her website. It is
www.channelingspirits.com.
That's right. Now, tonight, it is Valentine's Day, and what we can do is instead of taking the MD questions, we'll take the psychic questions, because that's where we're feeling strongest. Let's talk to Lou. Lou is 19. Lou?
Yeah, hello?
What's happening there,
Yeah,
Lou?
I have a question for the psychic about the whole soulmate concept.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what she thinks about it, because I've had some experiences, which I believe, is a soulmate.
Mm-hmm.
Regarding the soulmate, it's basically like this. Some people think that they wait their whole life for someone to show up and they're going to just know it. And I do believe that. That's what happened with my husband. You just know. But a lot of people waste their time with someone who's not right, trying to make it right. Okay? So there is, there's a sense of ease that comes like when you meet a friend, for example, and it just works. You just get along. It's not all this trials and craziness. That's a sign that the relationship's off.
What if you're like me and you've had 14 soulmates? Can you have more than one soulmate?
Well, you just proved that you can if you call them soulmates.
Yes.
But are they your soulmate? How would you know they're your soulmate?
Oh, no, wait a minute.
I think
let me do the math here. I had 8 soulmates. 6 were cellmates. That's different, right?
I think so.
Big black guys. Yeah. Okay, that's different.
Yeah.
Only 8 soulmates.
Well, it depends what your definition of a soulmate is.
Oh, it's nonsense. When you're 19, you spend a lot of time thinking about soulmates. When you're in your 30s, all of a sudden you stop talking about soulmates. Yeah, it's the a-hole who sleeps in the bed with me. That's the way you look at it. You stop looking at soulmate.
Okay, because my experience was it all started back when I was like in 10th grade.
Uh-huh.
And this female, she used to write. She used to do a lot of writing.
Uh-huh.
And I'm into that stuff. And some of the stuff she wrote, I kind of was interested in it.
Well,
but I never told anyone about.
All right, but
I never told anyone about this.
Lou, listen.
Yeah.
If you're into her, soulmate or not, ask. Be with her.
Yeah, but the thing is, this is kind of odd, because I never had her for a classroom. But like towards the end of the year, like in graduation, I wrote one of my poems, and I gave it to someone so this person can give it to her.
Yeah.
And at the same time, she wrote one to me.
Oh, really?
She did, yeah.
Well, where is she now?
Right now?
Well, I don't mean this second, but in general.
Yeah, she's going to college.
I see. How far away?
Same city.
All right. Why don't you ask her out?
Yeah, I have. I have written to her.
No, ask her out. Ask.
Yeah, but it seems like she's not ready.
No, did you ask her out? How would you know she's not ready unless you ask? Using your mouth, not your hands.
Yes, the pen is mightier than the sword, but the penis is mightier than the pen. So it trumps the pen.
Yeah, she said, I'd be interesting person to hang out with, and I told her, you seem like you'd also be interesting.
Hey, Lou.
Yeah.
Let me douse a little tough reality on you and your soulmate-riddled life. This chick's either interested or she's not. I don't know what the answer to that is. Smart Money says no, but ask her out. Don't write her a poem. Don't write her a note. Ask her out in no uncertain terms. If she don't want to go out with you, that ain't your soulmate. All right?
Okay.
And then you move on. Lou, you a virgin?
No.
You've had women before?
Yeah.
1?
No, I've had like 5.
5?
Yeah.
Wow. All alive?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So find yourself a nice woman. This could be her, but you don't know by writing her letters.
Right, and also you have to be specific. Ask her like specifically. Like, you want to go out Tuesday night at 8, not just like, I'd like to hang out with you. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Be specific.
Yeah, I used to try to pull that move on chicks. I'd go, hey, I'd give them real loose terms so they wouldn't back out. I'd go, hey, you want to, what about going out sometime? Like, some point, some indefinite time in the future. And they'd always be like,
okay, but
yeah, sometime. I mean, not this month, right? No, like, but sometime. And then go, Yeah, and then so I'd do it in like stages, you know, and then I'd hit him up like a week later. Well, how about that time is now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, no.
No, it was last week.
I'm not so sure this chick's interested in Sweet Lou. Lisa? Jim?
Yes.
You have a question for Lisa?
Yes, I do.
What's up?
Lisa, I've lost many family members in my lifetime, but there's only one of them that I really need to feel validation or I really respect the opinion of, and I was wondering if maybe you could try and channel and find out maybe if that dominant person comes to the front and speaks.
Okay, the first person that's coming through is a male, and it's a male that is above you, which would either be either an older brother, father, grandfather, but it's the feeling of he's making himself like a very, not only strong force in your life, but a strong personality. Like there's like a solidity to him. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Does that make sense to you?
No.
There's somebody, let me just explain this to you.
Now
There's somebody
down to
coming
700,
through.
you're batting.
No, just listen, okay?
No, I'm not trying to add to the stats.
No, can you listen? There's
Yeah.
somebody coming through. There's a solidity. It's almost a feeling of like he is a sergeant. There's this kind of military or this kind of general, whatever he was like in charge of something. That's who's coming through. Just because you ask for someone doesn't mean they come through first, okay? There's a person coming through is above you. It's it feels like either father, grandfather, and he's giving me the feeling, no, it's grandfather. They give me the feeling of like a very solid, either a general or some kind of, that kind of, whatever he did for a living was like either a general or a marshal or something that he was the head of.
My grandfather was a drill instructor.
That's pretty good.
It's not like she said, it's not who I was looking for.
Exactly, but we get.
Listen, let me tell you something about this psychic thing. It's like throwing spaghetti at the wall. You just see what sticks. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So
your grandfather was a DI.
Yeah.
And he DI'd, right? I mean,
yes, he did.
But that's not the guy you're looking for.
No, actually, it was his wife, my grandmother.
I see.
Okay, but so one person comes through first.
No.
You can give me a minute, then the other one comes
No,
through.
you're back. You're down to 700.
What? Give me a break.
700. You said a
accept the fact
man.
that she said you don't get who you want, but
all right.
If she could work on her and try and bring her, tell Grandpa to get the military and step aside and let her talk.
His grandfather could have been like a shoemaker, okay?
No, the drill instructor with the grandpa was not bizarre, but at least warm. I mean, there was something there.
Yeah, just warm.
That was pretty good. That's something you can cling to.
So is there
That'll last you the week.
Are you going to try it for Grandma or no?
No, I'm not trying for Grandma. Yeah, she's
like
going to
a
try.
game show.
Try for Grandma. I'll take Grandma for 400.
Well, you said if you give me a minute, even though he was first, he might come through.
All right. Well,
That's what I meant.
she got Grandma now. Well, actually, you gave her Grandma, but now we're on Grandma.
Okay.
Can you focus on Grandma?
No, I can't focus on anything with all this
All
craziness.
right. Well, come
in
on.
here.
Focus now. Focus. Damn you. Focus.
Oh my goodness.
I'll talk to Jim while you focus on Grandma.
No, you know what? You guys are missing the boat about
Really?
what this is about. You don't understand?
Well, I've been married for a while, and my grandmother died before I got married. We have 2 children, and things are pretty good. However, I just wanted to know her feelings on, whether she was happy I was with the right girl, or no, this isn't the one you should have picked, or,
She told me she didn't like the kids.
Adam, I'm talking to her about
That's
it.
what she
Thank
said.
you.
All right,
You know
go
what?
ahead.
You know what? I want to do for you, okay?
Yeah.
Just give me a call. What is your name?
Jim.
Jim, my number's 310-820-0711. Just tell my husband Satori I told you to call me. I'm going to just do a 10-minute free reading for you so I don't have to make a bizarre thing like a circus ring about your grandmother because this is important to you.
310-8...
711.
Okay.
And just tell Satori that I told you to call, and I'll do 10 minutes of a free reading for you because he's going to make this into a circus, and that's not what
Like
you
sometime
deserve.
through the week, or...
Yeah, just, tomorrow, whenever, and he'll make the appointment, so.
Okay.
Okay?
Adam.
Hey, Jim. Yeah.
Adam, you were talking about Temptation Island again last night instead of the West Wing. What is going on?
West Wing, yeah. Yeah. Listen, that crap's a little heady for me.
West Wing is too heady for you?
Yeah. I don't like to use my brain when I watch TV.
All right, well, stick with your heroin island or whatever it is.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Well, listen, we got people from Temptation Island coming on tomorrow night, and then I got my old friend Mark Wahlberg coming in here who hosts the show, so I got to kiss a little Temptation ass. There's nothing wrong with that. When someone from West Wing comes on here and Rob Lowe comes on here, I'll kiss some West Wing and Rob Lowe ass, and gladly. Tell you, there was a guy I was going to do, that'd be the guy. All right, let's talk about me for a minute. You getting any vibes?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Total shutdown.
Nothing, no vibe off of me. middle name.
You're looking to just sling it,
You're
okay?
getting any middle names?
Can I tell you something?
Any
Would you walk into like a flaming house? Can I tell you that?
You know what sign I am? Nothing.
Do I care?
Nothing like that. It's your job to care.
I do care, but not about what sign you are.
My grandfather passed away a few years ago. Is he speaking to you at all? Anything there?
No, right now what's speaking to me is, and it's been speaking to me the whole time, something about you and writing some kind of comedy thing and something falling through with TV. Something with TV keeps about you falling through. Something falling through.
No.
With TV.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, now you're down to 600.
I'm not down to 600.
Well,
You're not here to score me.
listen, genius. Any comedy writer I got to do is something fell through on TV. That's everyone in this town.
That's not
You're kidding
true.
me? Are you high?
Okay.
Nothing ever falls through.
No, it's not that nothing ever fall through, but this is just like what's coming up with you specifically.
Something fell through with TV? Could something have fallen on my TV?
No.
Now I'm worried. I'm going to hurry home.
No.
No? This is like a deal I had.
There's something
kind of deal?
that you were working on that and for Seinfeld it didn't fall through, it went through.
Right.
Do you understand? He got it the TV deal.
This is something I'm trying to put together that has fallen through.
No, they're making it like pass, like it just passed, and there was something that
fell through.
Yeah, because right now it's kind of like you're looking for the next thing. Not that this is not good enough, it is, but it's not what you're ultimately going to be doing. You're going to do something in addition to this. That's I'm saying it's not big, but bigger than this.
Yeah, I'm looking to get back into carpet cleaning.
You're not. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I do know what you're talking about, and listen, it's a good bet. It's a safe bet to say something fell through, but nothing has fallen through. All right, so now you're down to 600.
It's not. So nothing's fallen through. So you just told me that all the TV writers, all comedians have something fall through, but you told me nothing fell through for you.
Well, I got to tell you, and I don't want to dedicate we'll run long tonight. I'll dedicate the rest of the show to me. In my career, I did Loveline, the TV show, which is now off the air, which ran for about 4 years on MTV, which is about as long as anything runs on that network. Haven't done that in over a year. That's nothing that fell through. Other than that, everything couldn't be going better. And I just went back to work on 26 more man shows, and we got a movie thing going on, and there's nothing I'm aware of that fell through.
Something that you had written just for TV, and
No, I didn't write anything.
Okay, that's fine.
I never wrote anything for
That's
TV.
fine.
Nothing fell through.
Okay.
You're down to 600. We go for
Whatever you
500.
wanna do.
We keep going, or we go for the phones.
You can deny your life all you want.
Deny my life. Listen here, nothing has fallen through.
Nothing's fallen. Okay, that's fine. If you believe that, that's fine.
If I believe it,
yeah.
Don't
So
throw
you're
it
telling
back
me that
on
you never wrote something.
No.
Okay, that's fine. So you can say no.
Listen to me. Look into my eyes.
I am.
I've never written a spec script.
I didn't say it was a spec script. I said it was an idea for a TV show. I didn't say you
I've never
wrote
written
it.
an idea. You just said right.
Okay.
I've never written a concept or floated a concept for a TV show that I've not ended up doing.
Okay.
Now, granted, I don't float too many concepts, so I got a good batting average, unlike yours, which is dropping right now. But no, nothing has fallen through.
That's fine. You want to believe that? That's fine.
You want to keep going with this, with the want to believe?
You know what?
Listen, it's like you saying you want to believe the earth is round? Fine. No, it's not what I want to believe. It's a fact.
Okay.
There's nothing that has fallen through.
Okay, and I
telling
guarantee you tomorrow, I guarantee there's somebody who can say to you, remember the time you did this and this and this. There'll be somebody, I guarantee you, somebody will listen to this and knows you, and will tell you that.
All right, Anderson, you've been with me for a couple of years now. Have I ever spoke of any project that I thought I was doing?
No, you're very secretive.
That I'm not doing.
You're very secretive.
Oh, okay. I'm secretive. But
no, you're right.
There's no project.
Fine.
I'm working on the Man Show. I'm writing a movie, but I'm done with the movie, and that's green lighted. So we'll do it. All right.
All right, well, then don't be surprised if it falls through.
Well, that'd be a movie, though. That wouldn't be TV.
Well, I saw writing for TV, but okay.
All right.
Maybe it goes to TV. I don't know. That's what I saw. That's what I saw. So.
All right. All right, we'll take ourselves a little break. I think is the love affair over with us?
It ended a long
Maybe you're
time
getting
ago.
tired. Have a cup of coffee.
I'm not tired.
Let's get those spirits back in
I'm
you.
not tired.
All right, we'll talk to some more spirits after this. All right, it is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Lysa Mateu. Lysa is a psychic spirit medium. She is author of Conversations with the Spirit World. And I was busting Lisa's chops a little earlier. She's not here to pimp. And I'm saying,
I love that.
I'm saying to you,
Pimp it, baby.
listen, whether this book has anything worth reading or not, the point is you wrote it.
Mm-hmm.
You want people to read it.
Yeah.
It's not about getting rich. It'd be nice if you could cover the electric bill this month, but it's not about that. You give the number out, let people get it and be enlightened. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
All right, so give the website.
Okay, www.channelingspirits.com, or you can call for an appointment at 310-820-0711.
All right, so let's talk to... you're exhausted, aren't you? Tired of me busting your balls?
Oh, you're a buster.
Well, listen, I will. If you're on something, I'll say it, and if you're off something, I'll say it.
That's fine.
That's my job.
But the thing with psychic is that there are things that have not come to pass yet. So with something falling through, and it's not like 10 years from now, it's like around now. So you can get back to me about that.
All right. Well, I'm not going to do it, but if something does fall through, here's what I'll do. I'll tell you what. Because
you go on the air and announce it.
No, I won't do that. Listen, I don't call anyone. I don't talk to anybody. I don't follow up with anything. But here's the deal. I really don't. I'm really super lazy. I got 1,000 people I got to call back before I get to you, and I won't get to them either.
I didn't say call me.
So here's the deal. If something falls through, like for instance, I was thinking while I was taking a leak, me and Jimmy are doing the Tonight Show, my partner and I, not Dr. I can't even remember his name, Dr. Who. Over here, me and Jimmy Kimmel from The Man Show are doing The Tonight Show on Tuesday, or at least we're slated to do it on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Now, there's a good, not a TV project, not a script, but there's an appearance. We could easily be bumped. They could easily call us Tuesday morning or Monday night and saying, you know what, you guys aren't doing the show. That's something that could fall through.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, it isn't?
Nope.
All right, but even if that did fall through.
That wouldn't be it.
I would think of you. I would, and I wouldn't have to call you.
You think of me, telepathy. I would get the message.
You would get the message
You got it. That's
via
quick.
me thinking of you, but it's something else.
Okay.
Well, maybe it's this movie thing. All right, it could be a movie, right?
It could be a movie, but there's someone involved that has to do with TV. There's some TV connection with this whole thing, so I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I'm booked up for a good 6 months with the TV world. John?
Hello?
You're 18?
Yes.
What's up?
I've been hearing, voices, for, 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday and the day before, right?
You're hearing voices.
Yeah, it's calling my name, but I'm not sure if I'm just hearing voices, in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Imagining them, or...
Is it your sister wanting you to get out of the bathroom?
No, it, woke me up. I was already sleeping and then it woke me up, and then I heard them, sort of.
I see.
Do you ask them what they want?
Yeah.
What do they say?
They're just calling my name, just trying to get my attention or something. It's really annoying.
Do you do any drugs?
No.
No mushrooms?
No shrooms.
No acid?
Sounds like it.
No speed? You gotta be doing some weed, though, right?
No weed.
No weed?
No.
This is your natural pace? Yeah. Don't do any weed. You'll come to complete stop and fall over.
Probably.
Okay. Listen, I can tell you that schizophrenia does hit a lot of males in their late teens, early 20s. And that's about hearing voices. You understand?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, don't laugh. It's a serious thing. If you're hearing voices, that could be schizophrenia. You understand?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I'm telling you, it hits mostly males.
What do you mean by hits?
Well, it comes on to males or affects males more than females, although I think females get it too, but it seems mostly males, and it hits them at 18, 19, 20. They start hearing voices, and then it starts progressing. I'm saying maybe you should go to a doctor or psychiatrist and get yourself checked out.
Yeah, I already go to a psychologist.
You know, why don't you tell him about this?
I told him. He doesn't he thinks it's just he just, I don't know, he doesn't know what it is, and he thinks I'm just making it up or whatever. He doesn't really believe me or something.
Well, I bet he believes you.
But I guess he doesn't know what, exactly what it is.
All right, well, listen, do me a favor. If it happens again, tell him that you have to talk about it, you have to deal with it, and you have to see a specialist if possible, because if you're hearing voices, that's something, that's what it could be. All right, let's see. Let's take a little psychic-related question. Carissa?
Yeah?
You're 22?
Yes, I am.
What's up, Toads?
I had a question for Lisa. I met a guy a couple weeks ago that it seems that we really get along when we're together, and to me, I feel like we have a connection as...
Yeah, but he's pulling himself back.
Huh?
He's pulling himself back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's backing away. I mean, he's like holding himself back, more than backing away, but he's holding himself back from you.
Is there a reason? Does
it's
he have a girlfriend or?
No, I'm not getting that he's got a girlfriend, but I just getting that he's like at a standstill. So what that does is make you want more and go more, like forward as far as him being on your mind. So what you need to do is kind of chill out about this, because he's not going to come out of his quote shell if you're sending so much energy to him, like you want him. It's borderline like obsessive in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so you need, because he gets your energy, so he's not going to come towards that.
All right, we're going to move quick here, see if we can pile through some. Nina?
Hi.
18?
Yes.
You think your boyfriend may be cheating?
Well, I don't know if I should give him a second chance.
Oh, he has cheated?
Yes.
Yeah, dump
think?
him. Honestly, dump him. He's out with, and I hate these kind of questions, but...
No. See, we have a daughter together, and I don't know where him and his daughter stand.
Where him and his daughter stand?
Yeah, because he'll come and see her. Maybe,
No.
I don't know, like this week it was 3 times a week. He came
right.
down 3 times.
All right, baby. Listen, we got to go to break, but let me tell you something right now. You got to be mama. You got to be super mama. Do you understand? You cannot get pregnant again. Do you hear me?
Oh, I know. I'm on birth control.
I went you on 10 different kinds of birth control, and I want cement dumped in your vagina. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
No more kids.
I know
Now,
that.
as far as this guy's an idiot. This is why you don't get pregnant at 16 and a half or 17. You understand?
Yeah,
I don't trust this
he's
idiot
too
as far
much
as I can
old.
throw him. Okay, here's my point. You focus on being a great mother to this child. If this guy is in your life and the child's life, then he is. But you can't yo-yo with this guy. He's got to either be daddy or he's out. And if he's out, he has to give you support.
He doesn't help. See, that's the thing.
He needs to give you financial support, and you need to contact the court system to get this son of a bitch to do it. And listen, all you idiots out there, you knock someone up, you pay. I'm not paying for it. Idiots. Take a break. All right, there you go. I think Lysa Mateu and I have made our peace. Back on a good psychic side. And for that, I'll give her one more plug. It's Conversations with the Spirit World. Lysa Mateu is the author, and if you look her up on this website...
www.channelingspirits.com.
Thank you. You can find out more about the book and make yourself an appointment for a reading, right?
Yeah, well, that is 310-820-0711.
Good times. Tomorrow night, we have some folks from Temptation Island. Until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Lysa Mateu saying mahalo.